In the winter of February 1959, 9 experienced hikers embarked on a treacherous journey into the heart of Russia's Ural Mountains. Among them was Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old hiker from the Ural Polytechnical Institute. Dyatlov was no ordinary hiker. He had honed his skills through the university's hiking club and was known for his competence and responsibility. With him were 8 others, 5 men and 4 women, each bringing their own unique experiences to the expedition. Their destination? Otorten Mountain, a formidable peak located in the Northern Urals of Soviet Russia. The journey began on January 27, 1959, with the group planning to hike for 10 days to reach their goal. But fate had other plans. On February 1st, 1959, the group went missing. Over the coming weeks, their bodies would be found scattered across a slope known as Dyatlov Pass. The mystery deepened when it was discovered that they had died under strange and unexplained circumstances. As the story unfolded, it became clear that something profoundly unsettling had happened to these 9 hikers. To understand what truly transpired on that fateful day in February 1959, we must delve deeper into the lives and experiences of this group of intrepid explorers. Before we begin, a small request. Most of the people listening tonight aren't subscribed. If this channel has ever helped you drift off, take a moment to subscribe. It's free. It helps this channel more than you'd think, and you can always change your mind later. And if you feel like it, leave a comment telling me where in the world you're listening from and what time it is where you are. I love reading them. One more thing before we begin. I'm also a co-founder of a sleep app, built to be the most affordable one out there. No ads, ever. Just sounds and stories made to help you sleep. It may not be released yet as this video goes up, but if you're watching a little later, it might be out by now. Just search for it, it should be easy to find. It works on iPhone, Android, and everything in between. Downloading it is the best way to support this channel. In the heart of the Ural Mountains, nestled deep within the snowy wilderness, lies Dyatlov Pass. This remote and unforgiving landscape would become the scene of one of the Soviet Union's most enduring mysteries. However, as they pressed onward through the harsh conditions, something went terribly wrong. The eerie discovery of the cut tent raised immediate concerns for their safety, prompting a rescue mission to locate the missing hikers. For days, rescuers combed the unforgiving terrain, their search guided only by desperate hope and slim clues. Then, on February 26th, a corner of their tent peeked out beneath the snow where rescuers Sharavin spotted it. The grim reality of what had transpired began to unfold as they uncovered the frozen bodies of these once vibrant hikers. Some of the hikers were found with inexplicable injuries, severe trauma comparable to that suffered in the high-speed car crash. Perhaps most chilling of all was the discovery that some hikers were missing eyes and tongues. The horrifying scene painted a picture of an inexplicable tragedy, one that would continue to confound investigators for decades to come. Yet, amidst the grim discovery, a single telegram from Dyatlov Sports Club remained unsent, hinting at an unfinished story. As the rescuers pieced together the shattered remnants of this ill-fated journey, they could not shake the sense that something profoundly unsettling had transpired in the frozen wilderness. The Soviet government, keen to maintain control and understanding, immediately launched an investigation into the Dyatlov Pass incident. Early theories suggested that a sudden storm could have disoriented the hikers, leading them to flee their tent in desperation. However, meteorological records showed no signs of a severe blizzard on the night of February 1st. Investigators also noted that some of the hikers' injuries were inconsistent with falls or other common mountaineering accidents. This discovery raised questions about what could have prompted such a desperate action. Was it fear, panic, or something else entirely? Despite extensive searches, no evidence of an avalanche or other natural hazards was found in the vicinity of the tent. These findings seemed to indicate that something extraordinary had happened in the frozen wilderness of the Ural Mountains. The Soviet government, faced with a lack of clear answers and growing public curiosity, eventually released a statement attributing the tragedy to a compelling natural force. However, this explanation did little to quell the lingering sense of mystery surrounding the Dyatlov Pass incident. Another photo captures Yudin embracing Ludmila at the 41st District rest stop. This would be the last time Yudin saw his friends alive. The abandoned tent and its contents painted a picture of hikers who had left in haste and desperation. Why they fled remains one of the Dyatlov Pass incident's most enduring mysteries. Yet amidst the chaos and fear, there is also a sense of camaraderie and trust that bound these hikers together in their darkest hour. Their actions leave us with more questions than answers. What could have compelled them to abandon their shelter and venture into the deadly cold? As we delve deeper into the clues left behind by the hikers, we begin to piece together a chilling narrative of their final moments in the remote Ural mountains. One theory suggests that an avalanche swept through the camp, catching the hikers off guard and dragging them to their deaths. However, this explanation does not fully account for the strange injuries sustained by some of the victims, which resemble those from high-speed impacts rather than being crushed or buried under snow. Another theory posits that hypothermic episode may have led to panic among the hikers, causing them to rush out to their tent in search of warmth, only to succumb to the frigid temperatures. Some speculate that infrasound, low-frequency sounds below human hearing range, might have been responsible for disorienting and frightening the hikers. This phenomenon can cause feelings of nausea and anxiety in humans, which could have driven the group to flee their tent in a state of panic. But while intriguing, this theory does not explain the extreme nature of some of the injuries sustained by the hikers. A more sinister speculation proposes that a secret Soviet military experiment gone wrong could have played a role in their deaths. However, this theory lacks concrete evidence and is largely dismissed due to its speculative nature. Thus, the true cause of the Dyatlov Pass incident remains shrouded in mystery, leaving us with more questions than answers. Perhaps the most compelling conclusion is that a combination of natural forces and human error led to this tragic event. Tatiana Permanova, now a grandmother, still grapples with the unanswered questions surrounding her brother's death. Her story underscores the profound and lasting impact that this event has had on the lives of those closest to the victims. The Dyatlov Pass incident serves as both a tribute to their memory and an enduring testament to the power of human resilience in the face of unimaginable tragedy. The exact sequence of events that led to the tragedy may never be fully known, but each new piece of evidence brings us one step closer to unraveling this enduring mystery. Their journey was fraught with challenges, but it was the harrowing events of that night in February that would forever shroud this expedition in intrigue. Despite extensive investigations, conspiracy theories have swirled, ranging from government secrecy to paranormal phenomena. What unseen force led them to seek refuge in a makeshift shelter? And what of the strange injuries that afflicted some of the hikers? Injuries so severe they could only be compared to the impact of a high-speed car crash. The tragedy serves as a poignant tribute to the indomitable spirit of exploration and the eternal allure of the unknown. The hikers who joined him on that treacherous journey were more than just companions. They were friends bound by a shared love of adventure and discovery. Each of them carried with them the hopes, dreams, and aspirations of their families and communities. And though fate would tragically separate them from those they loved, their legacy lives on in the memories of all who knew them. In their memory, we find not just tragedy but also inspiration. For they remind us that even in the darkest hours, there is always light to be found in the pursuit of knowledge and understanding. The Dyatlov Pass incident has captivated the public imagination for over half a century, giving rise to numerous theories and speculations. While many intriguing ideas have been proposed, we remain committed to presenting facts backed by credible sources. In the aftermath of the Dyatlov Pass incident, Soviet authorities swiftly closed ranks, initiating a cloak of secrecy that would shroud the case for decades. Initial reports were sparse and vague, with official statements attributing the deaths to a compelling natural force. However, details of the incident were withheld from public scrutiny for over 3 months. This delay in releasing information fueled speculation and conspiracy theories ranging from government cover-ups to paranormal phenomena. The Soviet Union's penchant for secrecy during this period of history is well documented. This culture of concealment may have hindered a thorough investigation into the true cause behind the tragic deaths. The lack of transparency surrounding the incident has left many questions unanswered, contributing to the enduring mystery. As a result, some details of the case remain vague or inconsistent to this day. This secrecy has also made it challenging for investigators and amateur sleuths to piece together a coherent narrative of what transpired in the remote Ural Mountains. Despite recent efforts to reopen the case and shed new light on the events, many aspects of the Dyatlov Pass incident remain shrouded in mystery. The enigmatic circumstances surrounding the incident continue to captivate and intrigue those seeking answers. In conclusion, the Soviet government's policies of secrecy have undoubtedly influenced the investigation and reporting of the Dyatlov Pass incident. As investigators delved deeper into the Dyatlov Pass incident, medical examinations and forensic analysis became critical components in unraveling the mystery surrounding the tragic deaths of 9 experienced hikers. One notable detail from the forensic analysis is that many of the hikers' bodies were missing eyes and tongues. This peculiar finding has led to various theories, including the possibility of an intense heat source or some form of extreme trauma. The frozen bodies were also discovered with inexplicable injuries that could not be attributed to natural causes. These findings have further complicated the investigation as they point to an unknown and potentially dangerous force operating in the remote Ural Mountains. Despite extensive analysis, the cause of death for these experienced hikers remains elusive. The bizarre autopsy results and unusual injuries offer concrete clues about what might have happened during their final hours, but fall short of providing a definitive explanation. What is clear from the forensic evidence is that something extraordinary and deadly occurred at Dyatlov Pass. The medical examinations highlight the urgency of uncovering the truth behind this perplexing incident, as it continues to captivate both investigators and amateur sleuths alike. The environmental factors at play in the Dyatlov Pass incident are as perplexing as the incident itself. Temperatures could drop as low as 30 dC, Su-22 dCEF, making it essential for any hiker to be well prepared and vigilant. The rugged terrain of the Ural Mountains is known for its challenging landscapes and unpredictable weather patterns. Local geographical features such as steep slopes and deep ravines pose significant hazards to even the most experienced hikers. Amidst these environmental factors, the presence of avalanches remains a persistent threat in mountainous regions like the Urals. Meticulous research and local knowledge are crucial for navigating these risks, but even seasoned hikers can find themselves caught off guard by the elements. Environmental phenomena such as katabatic winds, cold, dense air masses that can reach speeds of up to 320 km/h or 200 mph add another layer of complexity to the Ural Mountains' weather patterns. These winds can swiftly envelop a campsite, creating sudden and disorienting conditions that are difficult to predict or withstand. Understanding the intricate balance between humans and nature in these extreme environments can shed light on how such tragedies might occur. The intersection of harsh weather conditions, treacherous terrain, and unpredictable environmental factors creates a formidable challenge for even the most seasoned adventurers. Unraveling this mystery requires a keen eye on the complex interplay between nature's unyielding forces and human resilience. These sightings, although anecdotal, add a layer of intrigue to the already puzzling case. The Mansi are known for their spiritual connection to the land and their ability to perceive subtleties that others might miss. Additionally, there have been rumours of unusual animal behaviour in the vicinity of Dyatlov Pass during that period. Some locals recall hearing peculiar howling sounds and observing distressed wildlife, which could be indicative of a larger disturbance affecting the region. Such stories hint at a possible environmental trigger for the hiker's tragic demise. The combination of severe weather conditions and natural phenomena could have created a deadly situation that was beyond the group's control. Local folklore also speaks of an ancient curse placed on the pass by a shaman seeking vengeance against trespassers. While this tale is likely more fiction than fact, it underscores the historical significance and spiritual resonance of Dyatlov Pass within the region's collective memory. More tangibly, there have been reports of unexplained radio signals and strange electromagnetic activity near Dyatlov Pass around the time of the incident. These anomalies could point to a geological event or an unidentified natural phenomenon that disrupted the hikers' equipment and navigation. The interplay between these accounts and the known facts about the Dyatlov Pass incident provides a richer context for understanding what might have transpired on that fateful night. Each testimony and local legend adds a piece to this complex puzzle, slowly revealing a more complete picture of the tragic events. Ultimately, these eyewitness testimonies and regional folklore bring us closer to grasping the full extent of the forces at play in this enigmatic episode from history. But there's another theory, rooted in science rather than folklore, the infrasound hypothesis. Infrasound is a low-frequency sound that's below our hearing range, typically between 3 and 20 Hz. It's generated by natural sources like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and avalanches. These infrasounds can travel vast distances unimpeded by terrain or weather conditions. They've been known to cause peculiar effects on humans and animals. For instance, infrasound can induce feelings of unease or nausea, distort perception, and even trigger involuntary movements like panic attacks. Could it be that an infrasound wave, perhaps emanating from a nearby avalanche or some geological activity, induced such extreme and irrational behavior? Scientists have observed that infrasound can affect brain activity, leading to altered states of consciousness and irrational actions. This theory adds a layer of intrigue to an already enigmatic case. While it doesn't explain all the peculiarities surrounding the Dyatlov Pass incident, it provides an alternative scientific explanation for some of their actions. The infrasound hypothesis is just one piece of the puzzle in our quest to unravel the mystery of what happened to these 9 hikers. For now, we continue to explore the possibilities. Beyond the tragic event itself, the Ural Mountains harbour unique geological phenomena that may offer clues to what befell the hikers. One such phenomenon is the whispering rocks of the Ural Mountains, which are known for their eerie, whisper-like sounds generated by wind passing through cracks and hollows in the rocks. Scientists believe these sounds can disorient and even frighten those unfamiliar with them. Another geological oddity is the Devil's Finger, a bizarre rock formation that seems to point accusingly at the sky. Legends say this formation was created by an angry deity, cursing those who dared approach it. Additionally, the Ural Mountains are prone to sudden and powerful earthquakes, which can create avalanches and other natural hazards. Such seismic activity could have startled the hikers or caused them to flee their tent in panic, leading to the tragic events that unfolded. Moreover, the region is home to strange light phenomena known as earth lights, which can appear as flickering balls of light in the night sky. These lights have been attributed to various causes, from natural gas seeps to electrical discharges in the atmosphere. The combination of these geological anomalies could have created a perfect storm of confusion and fear for the ill-fated hikers. As we delve further into this mystery, let us consider how these natural phenomena might have shaped the final moments of the hikers' lives. Known for its rugged terrain and vastness, this region held strategic importance due to its proximity to missile test sites. One notable location was the Mayak nuclear facility, situated not far from the Dyatlov Pass. Military activity in this area is a well-documented fact, with frequent missile tests and experimental sites dotting the landscape. The secrecy surrounding these operations was intense. However, without conclusive evidence directly linking the incident to military activity, these theories remained speculative. It is crucial to approach this mystery with a fact-based lens. While the military connection adds another layer to the enigma, we must rely on established truths to piece together what truly happened. As we continue our exploration of the Dyatlov Pass incident, let us examine another aspect, the potential role of natural phenomena in shaping those fateful events. Among the various theories that have emerged in relation to this incident, paranormal explanations hold a particular fascination. Throughout history and across cultures, humans have been drawn to the unexplained and the supernatural. In times of uncertainty or tragedy, it is not uncommon for people to seek answers in realms beyond the ordinary. The Ural Mountains, where the Dyatlov Pass incident took place, have a rich history of folklore and mysticism. The region has long been associated with tales of strange phenomena and otherworldly occurrences. This cultural backdrop adds an extra layer of intrigue to the incident, making it ripe for speculations that venture into the realm of the paranormal. However, it is essential to approach these speculations with a critical and skeptical eye. While the allure of the paranormal can be compelling, it is crucial to rely on evidence and rational explanations when attempting to solve such complex mysteries. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains an enigma, but by exploring all possibilities, we move closer to uncovering the truth. In the end, what matters most is not just solving the mystery, but also honoring the memory of those who lost their lives in such tragic circumstances. By delving into all aspects of this case, including the paranormal, we gain a more comprehensive understanding of the event and its context. Beneath the snow-capped peaks of Russia's Ural Mountains, there lies a geological secret. The Urals are part of the Ural mountain range, a vast expanse that stretches across 2,000 kilometers. These mountains are among the oldest in the world, with a history that spans over 2 billion years. The Urals are not just ancient, they also possess unique geological features that make them stand out from other mountain ranges. One of these features is the presence of numerous mineral deposits, which have drawn explorers and miners to the region for centuries. However, these same mineral deposits can also pose significant hazards to those who venture into the mountains. The Urals are known for their high seismic activity, with frequent earthquakes and avalanches that can catch the unwary off guard. In addition to natural hazards, the mountains are home to various geological anomalies that can further complicate matters. For instance, there are areas in the Urals where the ground can suddenly give way without warning, creating sinkholes and other dangerous formations. These geological peculiarities could have contributed to the tragic events that unfolded in February 1959. Imagine the hiker's tent, pitched on the snow-covered slopes, suddenly giving way beneath them as the ground shifts beneath their feet. Panic would set in as the tent slips and slides down the mountainside, forcing them to evacuate in haste. While this theory is still speculative, it underscores the importance of understanding the unique geological factors at play in the Urals. By shedding light on these aspects of the mountains, we gain a deeper appreciation for the challenges that those who venture into this wilderness must face. The Ural Mountains were strategically important to the Soviet Union's defense infrastructure. Nearby, the city of Sverdlovsk was a significant center for military activities. In the years leading up to the incident, there were reports of unusual activities and experiments in the region. Some speculate that these activities could have included secretive military projects or tests. While definitive evidence is lacking, the possibility of such projects cannot be ruled out. This adds a layer of complexity to the already mysterious circumstances surrounding the hiker's fate. As we continue to explore this intriguing case, the potential involvement of the Soviet military serves as an important factor to consider. In the next chapter, we will delve deeper into the environmental challenges that the hikers might have faced. In February 1959, the Ural Mountains were a harsh and unforgiving environment. Temperatures plummeted to 25 degrees C, -3 degrees F at night, creating conditions that were far from ideal for hiking. The wind howled through the valleys, whipping up snow and ice that could have easily disoriented even experienced hikers. Hypothermia was a very real threat in these conditions. With temperatures dropping so low and the wind making it feel even colder, the hikers' bodies could have quickly lost heat. Their clothing was no match for such extreme conditions. Even with their winter gear, they were at risk of severe hypothermia. As the night wore on, the hikers would have needed to keep moving to generate body heat and stay warm. However, if they stopped to rest or set up camp, their bodies could rapidly lose heat. Autopsy reports revealed that some of the hikers had no outer clothing, while others were only lightly dressed. This suggests they may have been suffering from hypothermia. The cold would have made it difficult for them to think clearly or make good decisions. In these harsh conditions, even a small mistake could be deadly. As they attempted to return to their tent that fateful night, the cold would have been a relentless enemy. Reports of an unusual orange light seen in the sky during that same night began to surface. Local residents near the Ural Mountains recalled seeing a strange orange glow in the sky on that very night. Their testimonies described a peculiar light, unlike any they had seen before. One theory proposes that it might have been a meteor or some other astronomical event. But the timing and location of the light make this hypothesis less convincing. Another possibility is that it could have been a man-made object or aircraft. During this time period, the Soviet Union was known for its secretive military operations. However, no official records or sightings from other nearby regions support this idea. Whatever the true source of the orange light, it remains one of the many intriguing aspects of this mysterious incident. As the hikers struggled in the bitter cold, the enigmatic orange light might offer a clue to what transpired during their final hours. Their fate remains one of the most confounding and enduring mysteries of our time. Yuri Yudin, who left the group early due to illness, kept a detailed account of their journey. His entries offer a rare glimpse into the emotions and observations of the hikers before their fateful end. On January 29th, just 2 days into their expedition, Yudin noted, "The journey is off to a great start. The weather is cold but bearable." This entry reflects the group's high spirits and optimism at the outset of their adventure. However, as the days passed, Yudin's entries began to hint at underlying tensions within the group. On February 1, he wrote, "There is some friction among the team members, but nothing that cannot be resolved." Despite these minor setbacks, Yudin continued to document their progress with a sense of pride and accomplishment. On February 2nd, he penned, "We have made it to the 41st District Rest Stop. The group is in high spirits again." These diary entries provide a human perspective on the emotions and experiences of the hikers, offering insight into their state of mind as they ventured deeper into the treacherous Ural Mountains. As we continue our investigation, these personal accounts serve as a reminder of the human dimension behind the enigmatic Dyatlov Pass incident. The diaries offer a tender glimpse into the thoughts and feelings of those who were lost, bringing us closer to understanding their tragic fate. But what makes these deaths even more confounding is the fact that not all of the hikers died in the same way or from the same injuries. This suggests that something catastrophic happened on that fateful night, but what exactly could cause such a diverse range of traumas remains an enigma. The medical evidence only adds to the already perplexing nature of this case, leaving us with more questions than answers. In the heart of Russia lies a range known as the Ural Mountains, a region steeped in both beauty and mystery. These mountains have long captivated explorers and locals alike with their stark landscapes and rich history. Legends of the Urals speak of unexplained phenomena that date back centuries, tales passed down through generations. Among these stories is one about a creature known as the forest spirit. It is said to dwell deep within the woods, appearing only to those who are pure of heart and intent. In local folklore, this spirit is believed to possess immense power, capable of both healing and harming those who encounter it. It is often described as a shimmering figure, but can disappear into the forest at will, leaving witnesses with an inexplicable sense of wonder and fear. But the legends of the Urals are not just about supernatural beings. They also include stories of strange occurrences that defy rational explanation. One such tale involves a series of unexplained deaths in a remote village. In the winter of 1849, several villagers were found frozen to death in their homes, despite the doors being locked from within. The cause of these deaths remains a mystery to this day, and locals attribute it to an ancient curse placed upon the village long ago. These stories are more than just folk tales. They represent a deeper cultural understanding of the Urals as a place where the boundaries between the natural and the supernatural are blurred. As we delve into the mystery surrounding the Dyatlov Pass incident, it is essential to consider these historical accounts and local beliefs. They provide a context that helps us understand how such a perplexing event could have taken place in this enigmatic region. As we explore further, perhaps we will uncover clues that shed light on this enduring mystery and bring us closer to understanding the truth behind one of history's most intriguing unsolved cases. Their journey was meticulously planned, with each member bringing valuable skills and equipment to tackle the harsh winter conditions. However, their trek took a tragic turn when they were found dead, leaving behind a confounding scene that has puzzled investigators and amateur sleuths for over half a century. Recent research has shed new light on the unusual wind patterns and avalanche behavior in the region, suggesting that these natural forces may have played a pivotal role in their demise. Winds in the Ural Mountains can reach extreme speeds, creating conditions conducive to the formation of powerful avalanches. These avalanches can be triggered by even the smallest disturbances. Scientists have observed that certain wind patterns can create localized areas of high pressure, which in turn can destabilize snowpacks and initiate avalanches from within the mountain slopes. Moreover, avalanches are not always straightforward. They can exhibit complex dynamics, such as the ability to jump over obstacles or change direction mid-course. These advanced avalanche behaviors could explain some of the peculiarities observed at the Dyatlov Pass incident site, such as the slash in the tent and the distribution of the bodies. In essence, it is possible that an unusually powerful avalanche, triggered by high-speed winds, swept through the hikers' campsite, causing the catastrophic injuries and disarray seen in the aftermath. While this theory does not answer all questions surrounding the incident, it offers a plausible explanation rooted in natural phenomena rather than paranormal or conspiratorial scenarios. Perhaps, through continued research and careful analysis, we will uncover more pieces to this enigmatic puzzle, shedding light on what truly transpired in those fateful moments in the Ural Mountains. Before venturing into the frozen expanses of the Ural Mountains, Igor Dyatlov and his team of experienced hikers had honed their skills in a series of previous expeditions. These were not novice adventurers, but seasoned explorers, well versed in the challenges of outdoor trekking. This was not just a fun excursion, it was an opportunity to test their skills and learn from one another. Such interactions were common for this team, underscoring the sense of community and shared purpose that bound them together. It's worth noting that despite their experience and camaraderie, the harsh conditions of the Ural Mountains in winter would still pose significant challenges. Yet, these seasoned hikers had faced such obstacles before and come out successful. Their past accomplishments included navigating through treacherous terrains and surviving in extreme temperatures. Such feats highlighted their resilience and expertise, making the tragic outcome of this particular expedition all the more mysterious. Amidst the swirl of speculations and unanswered questions, one theory stands out for its disturbing implications: military involvement and an attempted cover-up. Some suggest that the hikers might have stumbled upon a top-secret military operation, perhaps even witnessing something they shouldn't have seen. The Soviet Union was known for its tight control over information and its willingness to silence witnesses who could shed light on sensitive matters. This theory gains traction from the fact that some key documents and evidence related to the Dyatlov Pass incident were classified for decades. Moreover, official reports seem to shift over time, with some initial findings contradicting later conclusions. The idea that the Soviet government might have had a hand in obscuring the truth about what happened to the hikers is unsettling, to say the least. Yet, without concrete evidence to support these cover-up theories, we are left with more questions than answers. Did the hikers truly see something they shouldn't have? Or is there another explanation for their untimely demise that we have yet to uncover? Perhaps the key lies not in grand conspiracies, but in the minutiae of their journey that could shed light on this enduring mystery. For now, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains an enigma wrapped in a riddle, its secrets waiting to be revealed. The indigenous Mansi people, who have lived in the Ural Mountains for centuries, harbour a wealth of stories about these ancient lands. According to their lore, the Urals are home to powerful spirits that can influence the natural world. One such legend speaks of a mischievous spirit named Yumo, who is said to roam the mountains causing chaos and unrest. Some believe that Yumo's presence could have contributed to the inexplicable events that befell the hikers. Ancient myths also describe the Urals as a place where time and space are distorted. These tales suggest that the mountains possess an otherworldly quality, capable of bending reality in ways that modern science cannot explain. Could these mythical elements have played a role in the Dyatlov Pass incident? Did the hikers stumble upon something that defied their rational understanding of the world? Additionally, there are superstitions among the local population about the dangers of venturing into certain parts of the mountains. Some believe that these areas are cursed and should be avoided at all costs. As we continue our exploration, the rich tapestry of local legends and cultural beliefs adds another layer to this enduring mystery. What was the true cause behind the strange occurrences that night in February 1959? Let's keep exploring. Fortunately, advancements in forensic science now offer us new tools to re-examine the evidence and potentially shed some light on what happened that fateful night. Recent developments in forensic techniques allow scientists to analyze samples with unprecedented precision. For instance, modern labs can perform detailed DNA analysis that was simply not possible in the 1950s. These advancements mean that we could potentially identify any unknown substances found on the hikers' clothing or equipment. Moreover, new imaging technologies can provide high-resolution scans of the bodies in the tent, revealing details that might have been missed in previous examinations. One particularly intriguing discovery comes from the analysis of the hikers' clothing. Traces of a unique chemical compound were found on their garments, which scientists believe could be linked to some kind of military or experimental technology. This finding raises the question, were the hikers accidentally exposed to something dangerous during their trek? While these new discoveries are exciting, they also underscore how much we still don't know about this mysterious incident. While the causes of the Dyatlov Pass incident remain shrouded in mystery, one potential factor to consider is the geopolitical tensions of the time. This was the height of the Cold War, a period of intense rivalry between the Soviet Union and the United States. The Ural Mountains, where the incident occurred, were strategically important during this era. The region was home to numerous military bases and secret facilities, many of which remain classified even today. Some speculate that the hikers may have inadvertently stumbled upon one such secret project or military exercise. There are records of strange phenomena reported by locals and even military personnel in the area around the time of the incident. While concrete evidence is lacking, these accounts add a layer of complexity to the already enigmatic event. Moreover, the Soviet Union was known for its secrecy and strict control over information during this period. Any attempt to uncover more about what might have happened to the hikers could be seen as a challenge to this authority. This context provides additional dimensions for considering the possible factors behind the Dyatlov Pass incident. Radiation exposure is a complex and often misunderstood phenomenon. It can occur naturally from sources like the sun or certain rocks, or artificially through activities such as nuclear testing. When we think of radiation, many of us picture the devastating effects of nuclear weapons. However, radiation exposure in smaller doses can have subtler but no less significant impacts on the human body. In low to moderate doses, radiation can damage cells and DNA, leading to issues such as cataracts or even cancer over time. The severity of these effects depends on the type of radiation, its intensity, and the duration of exposure. In extreme cases, high doses of radiation can cause acute radiation syndrome, which manifests with symptoms like nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and headaches. Investigators have explored whether radiation could have played a role in the mysterious deaths of the Dyatlov Pass hikers. Given the remote location and possible military activities nearby, this is a plausible line of inquiry. There are no conclusive signs pointing directly to radiation exposure as the cause of death for the hikers. However, the possibility remains intriguing and warrants further consideration. The enigma surrounding their deaths invites us to consider a broader range of potential explanations, including those that may not be immediately obvious or conventional. This broadens our perspective on what could have transpired in the remote Ural Mountains and adds another layer to the ongoing mystery of the Dyatlov Pass incident. As we delve deeper into this puzzling event, Each new piece of evidence or hypothesis expands our understanding and keeps the mystery alive. In the cold, isolated expanses of the Ural Mountains, every decision counts. Studies on sleep deprivation reveal how it can cloud judgment and impair physical abilities. Imagine navigating treacherous terrain with blurred vision and slow reflexes, the fate of many who suffer from prolonged sleeplessness. Symptoms can include disorientation, extreme fatigue, and even hallucinations. These conditions make it harder to make sound judgments or react swiftly to unexpected events. In extreme conditions like the Ural Mountains in winter, these impairments could be life-threatening. Research shows that sleep-deprived individuals often misjudge their own capabilities and take on risks they wouldn't normally. This could explain why the Dyatlov group might have pushed themselves further than was safe. The eerie injuries they sustained could also be tied to disorientation or panic brought on by prolonged sleeplessness. Understanding the role of sleep deprivation offers insights into their mental state leading up to the tragic event. As we continue our exploration, these details help paint a clearer picture of what might have transpired in the frosty Ural Mountains. Their tragic story serves as a reminder that even the most experienced adventurers can fall victim to unseen perils. Research has shown that extreme cold can have profound effects on the mind and behavior. Temperatures like those in the Ural Mountains can induce hypothermia, a condition where the body's core temperature drops below 35 degrees Celsius. When this happens, the brain begins to slow down and can exhibit a range of cognitive impairments, including disorientation, confusion, and even hallucinations. Isolation, another factor the hikers would have faced in their remote location, can exacerbate these effects. Studies on polar expeditions and space missions have shown that prolonged isolation can lead to symptoms such as irritability, depression, and reduced cognitive function. Fear, the third component in this lethal mix, can further complicate matters. When under threat, our brains release stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones prepare the body for fight or flight, but can also impair judgment and rational thinking. Understanding how these extreme conditions might have affected the hiker's mindset and actions can help shed light on their final days. But despite these challenges, the human body and mind possess remarkable resilience. Many people who have faced extreme conditions report experiencing a sense of clarity and purpose that allows them to endure even the most difficult circumstances. As we explore more about what happened at Dyatlov Pass, it's clear that the hikers' fate was entwined not only with the harsh environment, but also with their own inner strength and adaptability. In the remote and unforgiving Ural Mountains, extreme weather conditions can turn treacherous in an instant. The hikers' journey took place during one of the coldest periods on record, with temperatures plummeting to 30 degrees Celsius, 22 degrees Celsius. This harsh environment is notorious for its sudden and unpredictable weather changes. Historical data shows that the region can experience severe blizzards with little to no warning. Such extreme weather conditions could have caught the hikers off guard, making their escape from the tent all the more desperate and dangerous. As they attempted to flee, the brutal cold combined with fierce winds could have made their journey perilous and disorienting. This context provides additional insight into the environmental factors that may have played a role in the tragic events at Dyatlov Pass. The mystery deepens as we delve into the grim reality of hypothermia and frostbite, the two insidious foes that could have claimed the lives of Igor Dyatlov and his fellow hikers. Firstly, let's understand what we mean by hypothermia. This condition occurs when your body temperature drops below 35 degrees Celsius, the point at which your body struggles to generate enough heat to maintain its vital functions. The earliest symptoms might seem innocuous: slight shivering, slurred speech, and confusion. But as the body temperature continues to plummet, these mild indicators give way to more severe signs: slowed heart rate, shallow breathing, and even loss of consciousness. As hypothermia worsens, the body's desperate attempt to preserve heat leads it to divert blood away from the extremities. This is a crucial survival mechanism, but comes at a high cost. It starves the limbs and digits of oxygen, setting the stage for another deadly affliction: frostbite. Frostbite occurs when skin and tissue freeze due to prolonged exposure to extreme cold. It's not just the intense chill that matters, but also the duration of exposure. The longer you remain in sub-zero temperatures, the greater the risk. The initial signs of frostbite are fairly subtle: pallor and numbness in the affected areas. But as the condition advances, the skin may turn waxy or discolored, and blisters can form. In severe cases, blackened or dead tissue might be visible. Complicating matters further, the onset of hypothermia and frostbite can be insidiously slow, often lulling victims into a false sense of security. The body's internal thermostat isn't always reliable in extreme conditions, leading to delayed or mistaken responses. Considering the harsh Ural winter where Igor Dyatlov and his team were stranded, it's plausible that they succumbed to these dual threats: hypothermia robbing them of their ability to think clearly and act effectively, frostbite damaging vital extremities. This chilling combination could very well have sealed their tragic fate. Imagine the desperation of a group trying to navigate through blinding snowstorms and biting winds, their bodies slowly betraying them with each passing minute. This frostbite dilemma presents a stark reminder of nature's unforgiving might, a cautionary tale that underscores the need for vigilance in even the most seemingly familiar landscapes. Their journey highlights a harsh reality. Survival often hinges on a delicate balance between internal physiology and external environment, a balance that can be disrupted all too easily by the relentless forces of nature. In the vast expanse of the Soviet Union, natural disasters often struck remote regions with little warning or preparedness. The harsh reality of survival in these areas was underscored by a series of catastrophic events that challenged the government's response capabilities. In 1963, for instance, a powerful earthquake hit the city of Skopje, Yugoslavia, causing widespread destruction and loss of life. The Soviet Union, recognizing the potential threat to its own citizens, swiftly dispatched emergency teams equipped with state-of-the-art medical supplies and rescue equipment. The Soviet government emphasized a strong, centralized approach to disaster management. They believed that by concentrating resources in Moscow, they could quickly deploy aid to any affected region within their vast territory. One of the most comprehensive initiatives was the creation of special disaster response units, known as Spetsgruppen. These elite teams were trained to operate in extreme conditions and could be mobilized quickly in case of emergencies. However, the vastness of the Soviet Union posed significant challenges. Communication and transportation infrastructure were often inadequate, making it difficult to reach remote areas quickly. This was particularly problematic during harsh winter conditions. To mitigate these issues, the Soviet Union invested heavily in satellite technology and advanced communication systems. This allowed for better monitoring of potential disaster zones and more efficient coordination of rescue efforts. This not only promoted national unity, but also ensured that a significant portion of the population was capable of navigating challenging terrain and surviving in harsh environments. As a student at the Ural Polytechnic Institute, Dyatlov participated in numerous hiking and mountaineering expeditions, honing his skills under the guidance of experienced leaders. This focus on preparedness was crucial, given the harsh realities of life in remote regions of the Soviet Union, where natural disasters could strike with devastating force. Despite these efforts, the sheer scale and unpredictability of natural disasters often posed insurmountable challenges to even the most well-prepared communities. This reality underscores the significance of understanding how the Soviet Union responded to natural disasters, particularly in remote areas where survival often depended on a delicate balance between internal physiology and external environment. Beyond natural hazards, the Soviet Union's remote areas often harbored a different type of danger: Cold War espionage activities. During the height of the Cold War, the vast and isolated regions of the Soviet Union served as a playground for espionage operations. Satellite launches, nuclear tests, and secret military bases were common in these desolate landscapes, far from prying eyes. These operations could involve significant risks for both military personnel and civilian populations living nearby. Incidents of radiation exposure from nuclear tests or accidents at secret facilities have been documented. The impact on local populations could be severe, including health issues and forced relocations. For example, the Mayak nuclear waste storage facility in Chelyabinsk Oblast has a troubling history of radioactive leaks and contamination. Such incidents highlight the delicate balance between military operations and civilian safety in remote areas. In the context of the Dyatlov Pass incident, some theories suggest that the group might have encountered a military operation or cover-up. While concrete evidence is scarce, the mysterious circumstances and injuries of the hikers have led some to speculate about a possible military connection. Deep within the Ural Mountains, there's an enigma that scientists have long puzzled over: geomagnetic anomalies. The Urals are home to some of the most unusual magnetic fields on Earth. These anomalies can cause compasses to spin wildly and even temporarily malfunction. Imagine the disorienting effects such distortions could have on a group of hikers navigating through these rugged landscapes. Scientists have found that geomagnetic fluctuations can even influence human behavior and cognition. Understanding these geomagnetic anomalies may shed light on some of the bizarre events that unfolded during the Dyatlov Pass incident. While concrete evidence remains elusive, these geomagnetic anomalies offer a compelling avenue for further exploration. In the late 1950s, as the space race heated up, the Soviet Union established several key launch sites in the Ural region. One of these was the Baikonur Cosmodrome. Baikonur, located in Kazakhstan but just east of the Ural Mountains, played a crucial role in the Soviet space program. From here, the USSR launched its first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, on October 4, 1957. Just a few months later, on January 7, 1959, Baikonur saw the successful launch of Luna 1, the first spacecraft to fly by the moon. These launches marked significant advances in Soviet space technology and signaled their growing prowess in the space race. It's worth noting that military activities often involve classified information and advanced technology. The sudden appearance of an unusual avalanche, as recently identified by scientists, could have been influenced by nearby operations. Speculative theories abound regarding what might have triggered this tragic event, but the close proximity of Soviet space launches cannot be ignored. Whether it's through unintended environmental impact or the presence of sensitive technology, military activities can have far-reaching consequences. Connecting these dots offers a potential new perspective on the mysterious deaths of 9 experienced hikers in the remote Ural Mountains. While definitive proof remains elusive, exploring these geomagnetic anomalies and the nearby military operations may shed new light on one of history's most perplexing mysteries. Historical accounts detail their ability to withstand freezing temperatures and navigate through deep snow. Their experience included techniques like using the dead man's position for warmth during sleep and always traveling in groups to prevent frostbite or hypothermia. Their documented strategies may have given them a false sense of security in these familiar but particularly harsh conditions. The extreme cold that night might have caught them off guard, revealing potential misjudgments in their survival readiness. Understanding the exact circumstances of that night remains a puzzle. However, this nuanced view of their readiness and possible misjudgments offers a deeper insight into what may have transpired during one of history's most perplexing mysteries. Their expertise in navigating extreme cold is undeniable, but the specific events of that fateful night are still shrouded in mystery. As we continue to explore the Dyatlov Pass incident, it becomes clear that while their past experiences served them well, they were not immune to the unexpected challenges of the extreme cold. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union was engaged in secret experiments involving mind control and psychological manipulation. These programs were designed to explore the possibilities of altering human behavior and perception through various techniques. One of the key locations for these experiments was said to be located deep within the Ural Mountains, not far from where the Dyatlov group ventured. It is speculated that some of these experiments might have involved testing on unsuspecting individuals or groups, possibly impacting their judgment and decision-making. While it is difficult to confirm the exact nature and extent of these programs, their existence raises intriguing questions about what might have influenced the hikers' fateful journey. The extreme conditions and unpredictable events of their expedition could have been exacerbated by any external psychological pressures or manipulations. This adds another dimension to our understanding of what might have transpired in those cold and unforgiving mountains. Could these secret Soviet experiments be a piece of the puzzle that helps explain the unexplained? As we continue to unravel this mystery, one thing is certain: the Dyatlov Pass incident remains a profound and enduring enigma. In the Ural Mountains, a vast and remote range in Russia, lies a unique ecosystem that few have had the chance to explore. These mountains are home to a diverse array of plants and animals, many of which are rare or even dangerous. Among the notable species in this region is the Siberian tiger, a formidable predator that can grow up to 5 feet in length. These majestic cats are known for their aggressive behavior and have been documented attacking humans on occasion. Historically, there have been incidents where hikers in the region have encountered these tigers and suffered severe injuries. Additionally, the Urals are home to a variety of venomous snakes that can deliver potent bites. These reptiles are not typically aggressive, but can pose a significant threat if disturbed or provoked. Perhaps the most unusual species in the area is the giant pine cone of Siberia. These cones can reach sizes of up to 5 inches in diameter, making them the largest in the world. While not dangerous themselves, these cones can be a significant hazard if they fall from great heights. Such incidents have been known to cause severe injuries to unsuspecting hikers. And with each new discovery, we edge closer to unraveling the mysteries that continue to captivate us. It's February 1959, deep within the Northern Urals of Soviet Russia. Here, nestled among the peaks and valleys, lies Dyatlov Pass. Before the tragic events of February 1959 unfolded, this remote area had already gained a reputation for unusual occurrences. Locals spoke of mysterious sightings and eerie sounds echoing through the mountains. Stories of unexplained phenomena circulated among those who ventured into these wild, untamed landscapes. And then, there were the legends of what was known as the Men in Black sightings. While these tales may seem like folklore, they underscored the region's mysterious allure. The Ural Mountains, with their stark beauty and unpredictable weather patterns, seemed to hold secrets that were just out of reach. But what did these peculiar events portend? Did they hint at something larger, perhaps even more sinister? These enigmatic occurrences offered a backdrop to the events that were about to unfold. Among these features are the mountain's ancient volcanoes, remnants of a long-gone era of intense geological activity. While now dormant, these volcanic structures hint at a past filled with powerful forces that shape the landscape. The Ural Mountains are also home to the world's largest deposit of platinum and palladium, known as the Norilsk-Talnak deposits. These precious metals are found in abundance due to the peculiar geology of the region, providing a glimpse into the Earth's early history. Beyond their mineral wealth, the Urals boast another remarkable feature, the Pechora Ilich Nature Reserve. This protected area is home to vast swathes of untouched wilderness and unique ecosystems that have evolved in isolation from human interference. But beneath this tranquil exterior lies a hidden danger. The region is prone to powerful earthquakes and seismic activity. The Urals sit on a major fault line, the Ural Orogenic Belt, which has seen significant tectonic shifts over millions of years. Could the unique geological features of the Urals, with their ancient volcanoes and dormant fault lines, have contributed to the mysterious circumstances surrounding the Dyatlov Pass incident? This question remains a haunting enigma, adding another layer to the puzzle that continues to baffle investigators and enthusiasts alike. The answers hidden within these ancient mountains could shed light on the final moments of the 9 hikers, providing a crucial piece of the puzzle that has captivated the world for decades. As we continue our exploration, we find ourselves drawn into the intricate web of natural phenomena and human endeavor that surrounded the Dyatlov Pass incident. The unique geological features of the Urals serve as a poignant reminder of the powerful forces at play in this enigmatic tale. For now, we leave behind the towering peaks and ancient secrets of the Urals, turning our attention to the next chapter in this enthralling mystery. What other factors might have contributed to the tragic events that unfolded on that cold winter night? Under Stalin's reign, the Soviet Union pioneered techniques aimed at breaking down and rebuilding human psyches. The infamous Lavrentiy Beria experiments of the 1950s involved subjecting prisoners to intense psychological pressure to extract confessions. This method, known as psychoterror, was used not just for interrogations, but also for indoctrination and behavior modification. As the Dyatlov group trekked through the frozen wilderness, they may have unwittingly encountered remnants of these covert operations. The Soviets were known to conduct their experiments in remote locations, far from prying eyes. While there is no definitive proof that the hikers were directly targeted, the possibility lingers like a ghostly presence. But it's not just the mysterious wounds that hint at a deeper story. The hikers' strange behavior in their final hours has also puzzled investigators. Why did they leave their tent, seemingly under duress, to face the frigid night? Did something unseen compel them? The final chapter of this mystery remains elusive, but as we continue our journey, one truth emerges. The Dyatlov group was not merely battling the elements. They may have also been grappling with forces far more insidious and unseen. What secrets lie hidden beneath the snow-covered landscape of the Ural Mountains? As we explore further, we may uncover a chilling tapestry of covert operations and psychological experimentation that adds yet another layer to this haunting tale. In the vast, desolate landscape of the Ural Mountains, it's hard to imagine that something more sinister than the elements could be at play. Yet, amidst the frozen tundra and stark peaks, a different kind of chill lurks, the cold grip of Soviet mind control. The Soviet Union was notorious for its covert operations and psychological experiments. In the 1950s, a time of heightened geopolitical tensions, the KGB's interest in mind control reached new heights. Under the guise of scientific research, Soviet scientists conducted experiments in hypnosis, mental conditioning, and brainwashing techniques. One of the most infamous projects involved using a combination of isolation, sensory deprivation, and repeated suggestions to manipulate subjects' perceptions. Could these techniques have been applied to the hikers? The idea is chilling, but not entirely implausible. The KGB had a known history of infiltrating youth organizations and conducting psychological experiments under the pretense of outdoor activities. If such experiments were indeed conducted on Dyatlov's group, it would explain their strange behavior leading up to the incident. Imagine being in a state of heightened suggestibility, your perceptions manipulated by unseen forces. Would you act rationally under such circumstances? The idea that the hikers might have been unwitting subjects in a sinister experiment adds another layer of tragedy to their story. Whether or not these techniques played a role in the Dyatlov Pass incident may never be definitively known. But as we delve deeper into the enigma of their final days, it's crucial to consider all possibilities. For now, the frozen landscape of the Ural Mountains holds its secrets tightly. Extreme isolation is not merely the absence of company, it's a profound state that can reshape human behavior and decision-making. In remote environments like the Ural Mountains, where the hikers spent their final days, isolation becomes a force in itself, altering perceptions and influencing actions. A study conducted by NASA on Antarctic research stations revealed that prolonged isolation can lead to cognitive impairment, mood disorders, and altered sleep patterns. The harsh conditions and lack of social interaction can create a sense of disorientation and heighten the stress response. In extreme conditions, individuals often revert to primal survival instincts, which can override logical thinking. This primitive state of mind could have driven the hikers to make desperate decisions that ultimately proved fatal. The photographs recovered from their cameras show a group enjoying themselves, but beneath this veneer of happiness lies the psychological strain of their isolation. The stress and disorientation they experienced could have significantly altered their judgment. As days turned into weeks, the hikers' sense of reality might have become distorted. Their actions in those final moments may have seemed perfectly rational to them in their isolated state, but appear bewildering from our perspective. In the vast, frozen landscape of the Ural Mountains, The hiker's tragic end serves as a stark reminder of the profound influence isolation can have on human behavior.